the girl who saw tomorrow. Long before memory learned to forget, in the ancient kingdom of Ukhun, there lived a girl whose destiny was written before her first breath. Her name was Imade. Ukhun was a proud kingdom, guarded by thick forests and fearless warriors. The palace stood at the heart of the land, built of red clay walls and carved wood, crowned with symbols of ancestors who had ruled with strength and wisdom. The people trusted their king, King Egarevba, a ruler known for justice, patience, and bravery in war. But what the people did not know was that danger was growing quietly, not from outside the kingdom, but from within the royal blood itself. The girl with the gift. Imade lived at the edge of the village near the forest, where spirits were said to walk at night. She was raised by her grandmother after losing both parents to sickness, though poor. Imade was known across Ukhun for her uncommon beauty, skin glowing like polished bronze, eyes deep and thoughtful, and a voice soft like evening rain. But beauty was not her secret. From childhood, Imade saw things others could not. She dreamed of events before they happened. She saw rains before the clouds gathered. She warned villages of accidents before they occurred. At first, people called her blessed. Later, they called her dangerous. Her grandmother once told her, "Child, your eyes are not ordinary. Guard them with wisdom." So Imade learned silence. The dream of blood. One night, as the moon hung low and red, Imade had a dream that nearly broke her spirit. She saw the palace gates burning. She heard screams echo through the royal courtyard. She saw King Agabba lying in his own blood, his crown fallen beside him. Standing over him was Prince Osamudiamen, the king's younger brother, his face twisted with hunger for power. Beside the prince stood Chief Albonta, the strongest chief in Ukhun, a man whose warriors were feared even by lions. Their swords were red, their hearts were cold. Imade woke up screaming. Her body trembled as she realized the truth. The king would be murdered. The throne would be stolen. The kingdom would drown in blood. A dangerous truth. For days Imade battled fear. Who would believe a poor girl? Worse still, Prince Osamudiamen was popular. Chief Adbonta commanded loyalty through fear and gold. To accuse them was to invite death. But every night the dream returned, clearer, louder. She saw the secret tunnel beneath the palace. She saw the night of the attack. She saw the betrayal written in blood. Finally, Imade made a decision. "If I must die," she whispered, "let it be while saving my people." The palace warning. Imade walked barefoot to the palace at dawn. The guards laughed at her simple clothes. Some mocked her, others threatened her. But when she spoke the king's ancestral praise name, a sacred name known only to the royal family, the laughter stopped. She was taken inside. King Egarevba listened silently as Imade told her vision. She named the conspirators. She named the date. She described the tunnel. She even described the scar on Chief Abanta's chest, hidden beneath his armor. The king's face grew dark. That night, his spies followed Prince Osamudiamen. They found him swearing a blood oath with Chief Adbonta, promising him wealth and power once the throne was taken. The prophecy was true. The night of betrayal. the king acted wisely and quietly. He sealed the secret tunnel. Loyal warriors were hidden in the palace. Drums were silenced. Fires were dimmed. On the night of the coup, Prince Osamudiamen and Chief Agbanta stormed the palace, confident of victory. But they walked into a trap. Steel clashed under moonlight. Warriors fell. The air smelled of blood and betrayal. Chief Agbanta fought like a beast, but destiny was stronger. By dawn, the rebellion was crushed. Chief Agbanta lay dead. Prince Osamudiamen was captured, stripped of his title, and banished forever. The throne was saved. The girl who saved a king. Before the elders, chiefs, and people of Ukhun, King Egreba spoke. Today, a girl without a sword saved a kingdom of warriors. He rewarded Imade with land, servants, and honor. But his heart wanted more. In Imade, he saw courage, wisdom, destiny. Months later, under ancestral blessings and royal drums, Imade became the king's second wife. Not because of beauty, not because of power, but because she saw tomorrow and chose to protect today. And so Imade became Queen Imade, the woman whose visions guarded the throne. As long as she lived in the palace, Ukhun never again fell to surprise. Because when destiny speaks, only the brave listen. The story of Imade teaches us that true power does not always come from strength, wealth, or position. In the kingdom of Ukhun, warriors carried swords, chiefs commanded armies, and princes were born into authority. Yet, when danger threatened the throne, it was not a soldier or a royal bloodline that saved the kingdom. The courage of a young woman who chose truth over fear. Imade's gift of seeing the future was not what truly made her great. What defined her character was her willingness to act despite the risk to her own life. She knew that speaking out could lead to rejection, punishment, or even death. Yet she refused to remain silent while injustice and bloodshed approached. This teaches us that knowledge without courage is useless, but knowledge guided by bravery can change the destiny of many. The story also warns against greed and betrayal. Prince Osamudiamen allowed jealousy and hunger for power to blind him. Instead of protecting his brother and his people, he chose ambition, which led to shame, banishment, and the loss of his honor. Likewise, Chief Agbanta used his strength for destruction rather than protection, showing that power without wisdom becomes a curse. Another important lesson is that great leaders listen. King Egereva did not dismiss Imade because of her background, gender. He listened, investigated, and acted wisely. His humility saved his life and his kingdom. Leadership is not about pride, but about discernment and openness to truth. Finally, the story reminds us that destiny often chooses unexpected people. Imade rose from obscurity to royalty because she served a higher purpose. Her marriage to the king was not a reward of beauty, but of character. It teaches us that when we stand for truth, protect others, and act selflessly, honor will follow.